Mathematically, the law is written as F equals g times m sub 1 times m sub 2 divided by r square. Here, F is the gravitational force, g is the universal gravitational constant, m1 and m2 are the masses of the two objects, and r is the distance between their centers. Now let's understand the graphical relationships. Graph 1, force vs mass, m1. Let's begin with the first graph. Here, the distance r and the second mass m2 are kept constant. As mass m1 increases, the gravitational force also increases in the same proportion. That's why we get a straight line passing through the origin. This tells us that force is directly proportional to m1. Graph 2, force vs mass, m2. Now look at the second graph. This time m1 and the distance remain constant. As mass m2 increases, the gravitational force also increases linearly. Once again, the graph is a straight line through the origin, showing that force is directly proportional to m2. Graph 3. Force vs product of masses, m sub 1 times m sub 2. In the third graph, we compare force with the product of the two masses. Since the force depends directly on m sub 1 times m sub 2, doubling either mass doubles the force. As a result, we again obtain a straight line graph, proving that force is directly proportional to the product of the masses. Graph 4. Force vs distance, r. Now comes the most important graph for NEET and JEE. Here, the masses remain constant, but the distance changes. As the distance increases, the gravitational force decreases very rapidly. This is because force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance, or F is proportional to 1 over r square. Notice that the curve never touches the x-axis, because gravity never becomes exactly zero. A simple trick to remember: if the distance becomes 2 times, the force becomes 1 second 16. Graph 5. Force versus square of distance, r squared. Instead of plotting the distance, we now plot its square. Since force is inversely proportional to r squared, the graph still shows an inverse relationship. As r squared increases, the gravitational force decreases continuously. Graph 6. Force versus reciprocal of distance squared, 1 over r squared. This graph is the easiest to understand mathematically. Since F is proportional to 1 over r squared, blotting force against 1 over r squared gives a straight line passing through the origin. This graph experimentally confirms the inverse square law of gravitation. Graph 7. Force versus universal gravitational constant g. Since force is directly proportional to g, increasing the value of g increases the gravitational force linearly. Therefore, this graph is also a straight line through the origin. Follow and subscribe Visual Physics for more easy to understand physics animations. Comment your queries if any. Thank you.